Corrientes is a province in northeast Argentina, in the Mesopotamia region. It is surrounded by Paraguay, the province of Misiones, Brazil, Uruguay, and the provinces of Entre Rios, Santa Fe and Chaco. History. Before the arrival of the Spanish conquest, the Kaingam, Charrua and Guarani lived in a big area that also covered most of the current province of Corrientes. The city of Corrientes was founded on April 3, 1588 by Juan Torres de Vera y Aragon as a mid-stop between Asunción and Buenos Aires. The city flourished thanks to the traffic from the route. Jesuits erected missions in the north of the province, where they dedicated themselves to the expansion of the faith. In the Wars of Independence from Spain, Corrientes joined Artigas Liga de los Pueblos Libres. The attack of Paraguayan forces on the province in 1865 marked the start of the War of the Triple Alliance. In 1919 the National University of the Littoral was founded, which in 1956 became the National University of the Northeast. Corrientes is legendary in the world of philately for the postage stamps it issued from 1856 to 1880. These are among the very early or classic postage stamps of the world. The Corrientes stamps were close copies of the first issue of stamps from France, which depicted the profile head of Ceres, the Roman goddess of agriculture, and were individually crudely engraved by hand, so that each die is noticeably different, and were printed in small sheets. The first issues, from 1856 to 1860, bore the denomination in the lower panel. In 1860, the value panel was erased, the different denominations thereafter being indicated by the color of the paper used. As locally produced primitives, the early Corrientes stamps have long been prized by collectors. After 1880, stamps of Argentina were used. For much of the 19th and 20th centuries, politics in Corrientes were dominated by the Romero Ferris family, prominent local landowners who still control most of the province's tobacco output. During most of this time, the Romero Ferrises created one of Argentina's most bloated government payrolls and suppressed dissent and efforts at even modest land reform. Following contentious election results in 1991, however, public protest forced President Carlos Menem to remove Governor Raúl Tato Romero Ferris from office and, though he was elected mayor of the province's capital in 1997, Romero Ferris was ultimately indicted for embezzlement of public funds in 1999. He was sentenced to 7 years in prison in May 2002. Corrientes had a significant impact in national politics in subsequent years. A UCR-led alliance defeated the Romero Ferris machine in the 2001 governor's race, but the Corrientes UCR's continued support for President Néstor Kirchner led to a rebuke from the National Committee of the UCR itself, and this triggered a revolt from the Corrientes chapter of the party, as well as a number of others. These differences led to the appearance that year of K radicals, UCR governors and other lawmakers allied to President Kirchner. The northeastern tip of Corrientes province was chosen as the site for Yacyretá Dam following an agreement between President Juan Perón and Paraguayan President Alfredo Stroessner in 1974. Yacyretá, whose 20-year-long construction and $11 billion cost far exceeded initial estimates, is one of the largest hydroelectric dams in the world. Currently, an agreement is being pursued with Paraguay which would allow reservoir expansion works that could double the facility's current installed electric capacity of 4,050 megawatts. Culture in Corrientes has been primarily informed and influenced by its European and Guarani roots. An example of this is the chamamé genre of music. Famous Correntinos were independence hero General Don José de San Martin and Juan Bautista Cabral, who gave his life for the general in the Battle of San Lorenzo. Tourist destinations in the Corrientes Province include the Ibera wetlands and the Maburacuyo National Park. Official languages. On 28 September 2004, Provincial Law No. 5598 declared Guarani to be an official language of Corrientes, alongside Spanish. It was the first Argentine province to officialize a language other than Spanish, followed in 2010 by Chaco. Geography and climate. As part of the subtropical area of Mesopotamia, the province has heavy rains and high temperatures with little daily and seasonal variation, especially in the north, and no dry season. The southern part of the province presents some signs of the neighboring more temperate weather of the Pampas. Summers throughout Corrientes are hot and humid. Daily high temperatures in January average 33 degrees Celsius and nighttime lows around 21 degrees Celsius. Thunderstorms are very common, and are often accompanied by lots of lightning and strong winds. Temperatures reach the 30 degrees Celsius mark daily until late March or early April in the north, and by mid-April, the northern regions average 26 degrees Celsius during the day and 17 degrees Celsius at night, whereas further south the averages are 25 degrees Celsius and 14 degrees Celsius. It is during the winter that the distinctions between the northern part and the southern part become more clear. In Corrientes City, midwinter averages remain very mild, with highs of 20 degrees Celsius and lows of 11 degrees Celsius. Light morning frost happens sporadically. In Quirzucuatia, further south, temperatures are markedly cooler. The average high temperature is 18 degrees Celsius and the average low temperature is 7 degrees Celsius, with frost to be expected several times every winter. The weather in the north feels summer-like in October, with highs of 28 degrees Celsius, whereas the spring season lags roughly 1 month behind in the south. Rainfall is higher in the fall and late spring, but remains high throughout the summer and has a short, drier spell in midwinter. The average ranges from 1,200 mm in the south to 1,800 mm in the extreme northeast. Corrientes is surrounded by two rivers, the Uruguay River to the east, and the Paraná River to the northwest, that contour the shape of the province. The low shore of the Paraná produces frequent floodings. After a especially destructive one in 1982, a protective system has been started with the construction of barriers. The province is for the most part a plain, with the highest points in the east. To the west, a series of descending platforms go down to the Paraná River. The Ibera wetlands, an area of lagoons and swamps, is a vast depression from volcanic flow, covered later with fluvial and eolic sediments. Economy. Corrientes, like much of the Argentine north, has long had a relatively underdeveloped economy. Its 2006 output was estimated at $4.2 billion, or $4,540 per capita, nearly 40% below the national average. Agriculture is still one of the main activities in the province, adding 15% to its output. It is centered in citrus, tobacco, rice, tea, cotton, and yerba mate, exported internationally. The timber industry uses 1,400 square kilometers of pine and eucalyptus forests. Bovine cattle has problems standing the heat and the low quality of the grass, especially in the north of the province. For that reason, the Brangus breed is the most common in the area. In the south, different breeds can be found. 70,000 square kilometers of the province's land are used for more than 4 million heads of cattle. Among Corrientes' productive activities, tobacco and its processing earns 45% of the province's gross income, food and derivatives 30%, and textiles 16%. On the Parana River, near the city of Itazaringo, the Yacyretá Dam provides energy not only to the province but to both Argentina and Paraguay. Tourism has been growing in Corrientes Province due to the relevance that Estras del Ibera has for ecotourism and bird-watching travelers. Golden Dorado fishing has long attracted both local and outside tourism to Corrientes. Political division. The province is divided into 25 departments. Department Bela Vista Department, Ronda Estrada Department, Capital Department, Concepcion Department, Quirzucuatia Department, Empedrado Department, Esquina Department, General Alvear Department, General Paz Department, Goya Department, Atata Department, Itazaringo Department, Laval Department, Maburacuya Department, Mercedes Department, Montecaceres Department, Paso de los Libres Department, Saladas Department, San Cosme Department, San Luis del Palma Department, San Martin Department, San Miguel Department, San Roque Department, Santo Tomé Department, Source Department,